अनुसन्ततामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतवक्त्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोक्ता गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुक्तं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतथा जयद्रथजला कान्तारनीलोत्फला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी शोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवच सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाज्ञानककेशरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोकेशज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुधा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः शाङ्खपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता ध्यानश्लोकः सम्पूर्णम्। ओम श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
Hare Krishna Mataji, very beautiful. Thank you so much.
वेलकम
Okay.
माताजी।
We'll start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaya Kada Mahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi पाश्चातादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्या प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्या प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे हरे हर हराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः हर हराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः यादवाय माधवाय गोविन्दाय नमः श्री कृष्ण हरि बोल गोपाल हरि बोल राधा रमण गोविंद हरि बोल जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल. So welcome you all to the level 1 Bhagavad Gita course, and today we are going to learn about chapter number 2. So before proceeding on to the chapter proper, I just wanted to have a quick summary. Anybody is ready? What we learned yesterday. Just key points. How much ever you remember. May not be 100% perfect.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So what we learned yesterday is Arjuna is said thinking about to have a battle with his relatives and all, like his brother, his teachers and all. So he's asking Lord Krishna that why we have to battle and all, because there is no good outcome coming out of it. So that was the main thing, yeah.
Yeah. So was he willing to go for the war, or he's totally
No,
lost?
no. He was not willing to. Like, he was sad and very heartbroken, thinking about he has to do the battle in front of, and the outcome, the result will be very bad. Thinking about the families of the other side of the people and all. So he was not ready to do it. But then Krishna says that it is your duty to do it, because
No,
when the
don't say
opposite.
anything in chapter 1. Only it's all about Arjuna.
Correct.
No conversation of Lord Krishna will start in chapter 1. It's all about Arjuna's feeling, Arjuna's
Yeah,
the process, everything in all. So that's what is his thought process. He's just explaining it to Krishna. Okay. So,
correct, correct.
yeah, can somebody say what are the signs of success that are in favor of Arjuna?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Arjuna believes in religion and he is ethical person. That's why he thinks much more about his relatives and what is going to happen to his family and what he is going to gain out of it. So he's in sort of a dilemma whether he should fight against them or what to do. Sometimes
Yeah.
we as a human being also have the same problem,
Hmm.
whether we should go for a job outside our state or we should remain in our state. So you can just correlate it with that, because we will be away from the family, we won't be able to serve our family properly, we won't be able to take care of our elders, like that only, and how they will feel about it. So it is all, he is not emotionally intelligent right now. So afterwards, whatsoever will be discussed in chapter 2, that will be solution to his problem. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Solution will not come in chapter 2, Prabhu. It will take little bit more time.
Because it is till 18th chapter we have to go like that only. It's a ladder sort of a thing. So
Yes,
stepwise approach.
yes,
Bhagavad Gita is stepwise approach to your life.
yes, Prabhu. Very rightly said. But
Hare
what are the
Krishna.
sure or success signs that are in favor of Pandavas, that they are going to win this war?
Yeah, basically they are much more religious, and every skill they have to go for the war. But only thing is that these emotional things are holding them back.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Karthik Prabhu. Yes.
Yes, good evening, ma'am. So, I think from yesterday's session, what are the benefits on the side of Arjuna? From what I understood, is one is when Lord Krishna was asleep, and Arjuna was at towards the feet, while Duryodhana was sitting near the head. So once he woke up, I think Lord Krishna favored, as he mentioned, like whoever I'm going to see first after I wake up, I'll align with that group. So I think that was one of the major factor which the
Lord
Pandavas had.
Krishna is with the Pandavas. That is first sign
Yes.
that they are going to win this. So what
Yeah.
are the other factors?
So the other, I think, from what I remember, is, ma'am, what you taught us is the chariot which was given to Arjuna, which was from the sun god. So I think that was another indication towards his victory and Pandava's victory in turn. And I think the third one you talked about was on the conch shells. So they blew that conch shell, which was unique. I'm not getting the exact one which Arjuna has, but it was third indication towards their
Pancharanyam
victory.
Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya. So Rishikesha means Lord Krishna. So the conch shell which is brewed by Krishna is called as a Pancharanyam. And Devadatta is a conch shell which is brewed by the Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya means Arjuna.
Okay. Thanks,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So other ones are like the Kapidwaja, the bow and arrow, and so wherever Lord Krishna is there, and yeah, Lord Goddess Lakshmi will be with them. So all the signs are, and it was a Mokshada Ekadashi, and Arjuna was ready to undergo the severe austerities. So everything is in his favor. See, if he's in a calm, relaxed mind and all, he can see that clarity. So anyhow, I'm going to win this situation, isn't it? But his mind is totally clouded with the emotions. He's not in a position to decide or come to a conclusion whether it is right or wrong or what. So he's at that juncture where he's totally indecisive, isn't it? So with that background, so we'll proceed on to today's chapter, which is also called as a summary of a Gita, also called as Gita Saramsha. So these are the key points what we have learned from yesterday's chapter. So he was too compassionate towards his extended family members, near and dear ones, with whom he, what do you say, he childhood, he has passed his childhood and youth and adulthood or whatever it is. So all the family members whom he has to fight against. So he feels very compassionate that it is not right on his part to fight against these people. And he says, whatever I get out of it, I don't have any enjoyment towards the, what do you say, the kingdom or the possessions, whatever which I'm going to get out of this. I don't feel any sort of a enjoyment. I don't want that. And at the same time, he say it is sinful to kill our own people and get the result out of all those things. And he is worried because of his actions, the family traditions are lost, and Varna Sankrama will happen. That means everything will not be happening in a proper lineage, and women are unprotected, and kids are born out of wedlock, and all the Varnashrama Dharma will be lost. So he is totally indecisive right now. He is not in a position to take any decision. He sat on the chariot and keeping his bow aside and started weeping like a small child. So many a times even we'll be in a situation may not be as compassionate as Arjuna, maybe some amount of a degree. You have that reference ranges, no? Maybe at the lower end, maybe at the higher end, depending on our capacity to handle the situation. Sometimes even we'll be in that. So what is the immediate step we have to take whenever we are in such a situation? I wanted answers.
Seek the help of Guru.
Yeah, a learned person, isn't it? Say
Guru
suppose
is,
yeah, if you are a beginner in swimming, you should take a help of a swimming coach, isn't it? Similarly, if you are learning a sport, you should take of a coach who is expertise in that. Similarly, so depending on the situations in which you are in, you should take care of the proper coach or a proper guru who can guide you in this difficult situations, or equip you with a with all the required what do you say, the I mean the gadget, or what do you say, everything, the knowledge, so that you will come out of this situation. So our Arjuna also did the same thing. He feel that it is next to impossible for me to come out of the situations. I am totally lost. Now my mind is totally clouded. I cannot think and concentrate upon what is right and what is wrong for me. So totally, I surrender onto you, Krishna. So please guide me. What is right for me? So I will take the guidance, like whatever, however you say, I'm going to follow that. So till 2.6, only Arjuna will be speaking. The first sloka is by the Dhritarashtra. The rest, second sloka is by the Sanjaya. And rest of the slokas are spoken by Arjuna. So till 2.6, Arjuna will be surrendering to Lord Krishna. It is the, what do you say, the key point, the key sloka, which will, what do you say, take the answers to Arjuna's question is this particular 2.7, that is Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prachami tvam prachami tvam dharma sammoda cheta yachreshtaya nishchitam brohitan me shishyaste hamsadi mam tvam prapannam. So he says, now I'm totally confused and I don't know what is right and what is wrong for me. So at this situation, I cannot take any decision and move forward. So totally I surrender on to you. And what is right for me, you please direct me, Arjuna. So very important takeaway point from this particular sloka is that we have to completely surrender on to the Guru. That means complete faith in him, and we should not try to judge him or her or the Guru, or whatever it is, knowledge wise or the capabilities wise, anything. If we are surrendering and if we are taking a shelter of a Guru, then we should try to follow whatever the required knowledge they have, they are giving us or they are passing on to us. Okay. So with that clear mind only, we'll be able to imbibe the things which they are passing on to us. So similarly, Arjuna being a pure devotee, he don't have anything else in his mind. The compassion, all those things, what he is thinking is the qualities of a person in a sattva guna. That is a person who is in a Shuddha sattva guna. So here Arjuna is in a pure sattva guna, and he is the right person to receive this knowledge. Now when he has surrendered on to Lord Krishna, Arjuna will receive the required knowledge from the Lord Krishna. So this picture, I believe what I see works when your vision is imperfectly perfect. So depending on our knowledge on that particular subject or the particular matter, so whatever knowledge we have, we try to see only to that extent. Unless and until it has some divine intervention or a divine connection and a divine direction towards that, we'll not be able to see what exactly is there behind that. So we will come to know about this in detail into the next slide. So yeah, the Jivatma is always busy doing his work, like all the living entities like we, the trees, the animals, whichever has a soul, all those Jivatmas are busy doing their activities when come in contact with the material nature. But what is the Paramatma doing? He is always watchful about the activities which we are doing, whether they are right or wrong, and will be waiting, when just like a parent who will be always watchful about the the activities of the children. Similarly, the Lord also will be always watching them, and he see that like how best I can save my kids from any of the distressful situation. He's so merciful towards us, but we Jivatmas always busy in our materialistic life. We don't get that time to get connected to the God. But ultimate thing is that we need to establish our connection with the Lord and try to go back to a Godhead. So without undergoing any sort of a distressful situation, if we make a habit of doing a service to the Lord from the very beginning of the life, this becomes a practice. Okay. So the other aspects of life, like apart from IQ, which we get through our education and all, the emotional quotient and the spiritual quotient also develops in us. So it helps us to have a better clarity in the life, and we can go about in a proper way. Whenever the other two entities are missing in the life, then we'll not be able to progress further in the bhakti. So here, however, the Arjuna is very much, is in a distressful situation. He's indecisive and he's not able to decide how to go about further. But Lord is always there with him as a friend, as a charioteer. Now he wanted to guide him like how to go about further in this matter. So, dehi nosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhiras tatra muhyati. So then all these particular slokas from 11 to 30 is all about the soul, what is the soul and where it is located and what is the age of the soul, the size of the soul. So anybody have any idea? Hare Krishna. What is the size of the soul and where it is located?
My name is Aditya Mahajan. Is my voice audible to you?
Yes, Prabhu. It is audible.
Yeah, Prabhu. So it is located around the heart region, and the size of the soul is, if we cut the tip of the hair into 1,000 pieces, that smallest piece is the size of the soul.
Fine. So does the soul have any age?
No, soul does not have any age. ना आत्मा ना मरती है, ना मारी जाती है, ना पैदा होती है, ना जलाई जाती है. आत्मा बस शरीर बदलती है. जैसे हम कपड़े बदलते हैं, वैसे आत्मा जो है वो शरीर बदलती है. और जब हम पैदा होते हैं तो बचपन से ही आत्मा जो है शरीर बदल रही है. जब पैदा हुए हम छोटे थे, फिर हम बड़े हुए, फिर हम बूढ़े हुए, तो आत्मा जो है वो हर समय हमारे ही शरीर में शरीर बदल रही है. प्रभु, थैंक यू.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So
Hare Krishna, Radhe.
So as the embodied soul continually passes in this body from boyhood to youth to the old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. So as Prabhu said, it is right. The soul, it does not have any age and it will just wear as a garment and it will take out. If you take an example of a car and a driver, the driver sitting inside the car and he's driving. So he don't own that car. So he's just using that vehicle for a certain period of a time. After that, he'll get out from the car and he will move away. Similarly, the Atma, the soul which is there, it is just using the body for a certain amount of a time and it will go off. It has no strings attached. So why is it Arjuna being told by Lord Krishna about this? Why is he telling this point to
Hare Krishna
Arjuna?
Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Because Arjuna is in the dilemma that he is going to kill people. But Krishna makes him clearly cautious about the things that he's not going to kill anybody. It is only the body which is going to leave, but soul will remain there on.
Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So he's trying to infuse him with the right knowledge that you're only going to kill the body which is present, whom you are identifying as your friend, as your brother, as your relative, as your guru, or as your extended family members. But you're not going to kill the soul inside. So remember this. नैनं चिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावका न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुता. So as rightly said by Prabhu, the soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor burned by the fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. It remains stable. Okay. So Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna, say, therefore, O Arjuna, please get up and go and wage the war. So fight against the people who are there on the Kauravas side. If you're going to win, you will automatically get the kingdom and you will rule that over a period of a time. If you're going to be killed also, automatically you will go to the heavenly planets. Either way, you are benefited. So why is that you are in a dilemma to go and do your work? हतो वा प्राप्स्ययि स्वर्गं जिता वा भोक्ष्ये महिं तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धया कृतनिश्चया. So, O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield or attend a heavenly planets, or you will be conquering and enjoy the earthly kingdom. So therefore, please get up and fight with the determination. So here, Lord is saying Arjuna to do his work. What is the dharma of a Kshatriya?
Hare Krishna Mataji, to fight.
So what is the dharma of Arjuna right now?
To fight.
So he don't have to think about the situations, what I am doing right or wrong, isn't it? What is the immediate need of the hour or immediate kartavya is to fight. Okay. So what happens if you don't fight? Okay, he's not willing to.
Your enemies will talk bad about you and people will think that you are covered.
Okay.
And it seems like you are not fulfilling your duties where for what you have, take, जिसके लिए आपने जन्म लिया है, in a sense.
Yeah. Any more answers?
Hare Krishna. My name is Aditya Mahajan. And if you don't fight Hare Krishna, in personal life as well, if you don't do your duties properly, this means you are not doing your karma. And if you are not doing your karma, performing your karma, this means you are not following your dharma. So whatever in life comes to you, whatever your duties are, you must go and perform your duties irrespective of what the results will be. Because it's always in the hands of Lord Krishna. Thank you, Mate.
Hare Krishna. So here Arjuna will say, suppose if he's not able to do his duty, some very silly example, not silly, I can say, some sort of a funny example I wanted to give you. One person who is a totally, what do you say, very ignorant type of a person and lazy fellow, I can say. lazy person who don't want to work in his lifetime also, one day he will get an opportunity. This is just an imaginary thing. I'm telling you, nothing from any scriptures and all. So one day he'll get an opportunity that somebody will call him, hey, XYZ, you please come. There's going to be the Kurukshetra war, and there are few people falling short on the side of a Kaurava. So for one day, you please come. So like that, they will call, and we'll give you a good amount for participating in the war. So that lazy fellow will go, and for one day he will arm himself with all the armor or whatever it is been given, and he'll go as a soldier there, till that day. Nobody used to respect him in the family. But that particular day when he's been called to participate in the war and all, the whole family members, including his wife, used to look at him like this and say, wow, my husband is going to do a great thing today. Okay, and he will go there. Okay, and he don't know anything about the basics about the military arts and how to go about. He's just he's been taken as an additional number, just to have a head count there, but actually he's not going to do anything. So he will go there and he will stand there, and our dear Arjuna will say, no, I don't want to go for the war because I have to kill my own people, so I'm going back. So in that situation, the person who was lazy enough, who went there to do the work, so that day he will return back. So this is just imaginary thing I'm telling you. He'll return back and he will speak to his wife in a very authoritative voice. So hold my, what do you say, belongings, feed me the food. So, I wanted to tell you a great thing what happened to me today. So the wife will be very much fearful, like, it's very nice. For one day, my husband has gone out for a work, and he's going to share an amazing thing with me. So let me listen to that. So he will say, okay, you come, and she will serve him nice, delicious food for that day. And while having the dinner and all, he will say, you know what happened today? You always say I'm a lazy person. I don't work at all. And today, when I went there and I stood in the army of Kauravas, Arjuna, the wife is, yeah, I know Arjuna. So he says he's a Sabyasachi. The moment he saw me on the battlefield, he left from that place thinking that he'll be losing on me. So, I'm so powerful. So like that, he will give an example. So I mean to say, even the most unqualified people like him will speak very low about the people who are qualified. So what to think about the people who are having a little bit qualification enough? So by not doing the work, so even you are giving an opportunity to the most idiotic people in the society. So you want that, Arjuna? You want that infamy of not doing your work, and people will speak very low about you? So is it worthy for you to listen to such things? So is it not very painful for you? So Lord Krishna is trying to pacify Arjuna by saying many examples. So Hare Krishna. Neha vikramana asosti pratyavayo na vidyate svalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya. So little bit of advancement in devotional service also will give us the required knowledge, what is right and what is wrong, to proceed further in this bhakti. So if you don't have that knowledge, definitely you'll stuck up in this distressful situations like how Arjuna has been stuck up. So we should always make it a point that we make a devotion service as a part of our routine practices, so that little knowledge, will be given by Lord Krishna through the Jivatma, which is there inside the soul inside will be given enough enlightenment, and the ignorance will be taken away by the knowledge of the light which is lit by the Lord. Automatically, the required knowledge we will acquire and we will progress in the bhakti. So let it be a small step, but we should always try to take a forward step towards the Krishna. So what we have to do? We have to inculcate at a very early age. So how much early? We are blessed if we are born to a Vaishnava family, like how Srila Prabhupada is blessed to have the Vaishnava parents. Even if not that, the moment when we come to know that this particular thing is going to take us further, back to Godhead, then automatically we have to think about it and we have to make it into regular practice, chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, visiting the temple, attending the Mangalarti, at least reading the Bhagavad Gita 5 minutes, 10 minutes per day, and spending some time introspecting, like what is the purpose of the life and how to go about with the situations which we are facing. Okay, so definitely this is going to help us. Vyavasayaatmika buddhirike kuru nandana bahusakya hi anantasya buddhayo vyavasayinam. So, yeah. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati Yatha Kaman Sarvan Pardo Manogatan Atmani Vatmana Tushta Sita Prajnastadochyate. So, once we have identified, yes, this is the path which is going us to take further into the bhakti and all. Once we have taken a spiritual path, we should put all our energies onto that, take the help of a guru and move forward by doing the bhakti. So engaging our senses means shravanam, listening to the literature, chanting through the phonation what we use, and taking the Krishna Prasadam. By that, all the things which we are speaking in and out will be all about the Krishna Katha and all about the Vedic literature. Only good will come out of it. And engaging your senses, like your hands, by doing some seva to the temple, or what is the plucking of the flowers and doing the prasadam and all those things. In the Nainam, that should be engaged to see the beautiful deities of Sri Radha Govind, and your sense organs, the rest of the sense organs, like your smell the flowers which are being offered in the Mangalarti and all, or take that. So likewise, all your senses which if it is engaged in the service of the Lord, the process itself will give you the answers to all the the problems which are coming in your day-to-day lives. Similarly, a blessed Lord, the Lord said, O Partha, that is, O Arjuna, when a man give up all the varieties of sense desire, which is arising from the mental concoction, and when his mind finds satisfaction in the self alone, he is said to be in a pure transcendental consciousness. So, in the coming chapters, we will have one picture of like the 5 horses represent the 5 Panchendriyas, and the charioteer and a person sitting in the chariot. So when the mind is the charioteer, when it is fixed upon Lord Krishna, all the 5 horses which represent the sense organs will be under control. So where you're concentrating your mind upon is more important. If it is towards the Rajo and Tamo Guna, that will take you there only, and the outcome, it is only distressful situation. To come into the mode of Sattva Guna, you need to concentrate your mind to start with little amount of a time, like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. You should increase it gradually. When you concentrate it upon the mind, definitely it's going to purify and take you further in the bhakti. Jayato Vishaya Vinayan Posau Saigastenupajayate Saigat Saijayate Kamao Kamat Krodho Vijayate. Yeah, this is again, whenever we get we are lust, greed, and anger. These are the 3 elements which will take us to the gateway of the hell. Once we are lusty towards anything, say suppose you can take nowadays the mobile phone, not lust, I can say, not love also towards mobile phone. They're addicted to gadgets. Somebody snatch, then you will get anger. You try to hit that person. And similarly, many examples, relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend relationships and all. When somebody have a breakup, then feel very agitated, they try to attack the other person, or anything which is materialistic. Once you have a perverted view or vision towards that particular element, once you don't get it, then the anger comes, delusion comes, and you lose your buddhi. Similarly, here Duryodhana was lusty towards the kingdom and he wanted to rule it. And when he knows that Pandavas are the right persons to take this kingdom and all, he was not able to give it up. And that's what has led to the Kurukshetra war. Krodad bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibhrama, smriti vramsad buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashyati. So again, it's like a chain reaction, from anger the delusion, then delusion to the loss of memory, and your intelligence is lost. When it is lost, then again the person falls down to do any activity to bring back that sense of sense of attachment and enjoyment towards this sense organs. So this is the object of senses which is attracted by a person proper, and when he has an attachment towards it, let it be anything, whether it's a phone or a girl or a boy or a house or a job or any other thing, once you don't get it, then again when it is not love, it's a perverted form, is lust, then you will get an anger out of it, delusion, you lose your memory and your intelligence will fall. You will ultimately fall into the trap of the tamoguna. So, to conclude, here Arjuna will say to, Lord Krishna will say to Arjuna, so, yeah, right, you're compassionate towards your own people, but you're not going to kill their body. You're not going to kill only, kill their body, not the soul. So, you don't have to be compassionate towards this. And you say there is no enjoyment, but either way, if you win, you'll get a kingdom. If you're going to lose, you're going to the heaven. So either way, you are benefited. So don't try to think about that also. Fear of sinful activities. And whatever you are doing, the karma yoga you are doing as a service towards the Lord, there is no sin attached to it because you are doing upon the directions given by the Lord here. So destruction of family tradition. So be a role model to prevent a Varna Shankara. So do your work properly when you are in the battlefield. Try to be a true Kshatriya and do your work. Don't to think about all this Varna Sankara and all those things. And indecisiveness, how it will come to us once our mind is not surrender onto the Lord. So here Arjuna is thinking like my senses are not accepting that what I'm doing is right. That is a wrong concept. Once our senses are engaged into the service of the Lord, then he will understand it. That's what will happen in the eventual chapters. That yes, I am doing as a service towards the Lord. So now Lord Krishna is saying me to go for the war. It is my duty to go for the war. So that clarity he will get in the coming chapter. So this chapter summarizes that what is a permanent thing which remains? Body or the soul?
Soul itself, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, soul is a permanent thing and body is a temporary. So we don't have to lament upon anything, sir. So we have to do our work rather than making a decision whether it is a right or wrong. And whatever the work we are doing, we have to do it as a service towards the Lord. By doing our work, we will remain as a role model to the society so that the other people will take us as an example and try to try to follow the dharma. So whenever we are becoming indecisive in our life, that means somewhere our senses are not totally engaged in the service of the Lord. So we have to try to come back by engaging in service of the Lord. This is all about the summary about the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 2. Tomorrow we'll have the Karma Yoga chapter. Any doubts?
Mata, I have a question. So
Yes.
after we finish these 18 chapters, do we get a certificate from ISKCON that we have done a diploma?
Yes. Not diploma. Completed 18 course.
Acha, completed
Yeah.
18 chapters from ISKCON.
Yes.
So we get a certificate?
Yes, yes.
So nice. Thank you, Mata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So do we have classes every day or it is twice a week?
No, every day. Yesterday we did first chapter, today second, and for another 16 days we have a continuously.
Right, Mata. Thank you, Mata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mataji, I have a question. Like you mentioned about soul. So how can the soul attain moksha, and how can a person avoid the cycle of rebirth? But so how he can avoid that, and how a soul can attain moksha? So maybe we'll learn towards the 18th chapter, but I don't know. I just wanted to
Yes,
know your
you're
view.
right,
And
Prabhu. The last word, indecision. Serve
you.
the Lord with a firm determinations. Once we are engaging ourselves in the service of the Lord, automatically the soul will be liberated and it will attain the moksha.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
One,
Prabhu.
one question, Mataji. Why we call Mataji and Prabhuji while we are in session? We don't call each other by the name.
It is one way to address. You see, Mataji means any other apart. We address them as a mother, with that
Yeah.
attitude with the other. So that is the reason why we address them as Mataji. And Prabhuji is like, instead of saying a sir or addressing with a name and all, it's good, no? Somewhere it come into practice. The same way, other way.
Sort of a discipline, what you can say,
Yes, exactly.
which is followed in Krishna consciousness.
Yes. It looks nice, no? Wherever, if we are in
Yeah.
America or Australia also, if you're saying Hare Krishna to each other, it looks nice.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, that's all for today. Can we leave or we have some more lessons for today?
Yeah, if there are no more doubts, I think we can end the session for today. I'm just waiting for if there are any more doubts.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it's okay, fine. If there are no more questions, I think we'll end the session for today. Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you, co-host and participants, for your active participation. See you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Hare Krishna.